Good day to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We've been reading in the book of Numbers. Now, last time we read Numbers chapter 26, and there was a census of the new generation. Now, we are ready to read Numbers 27. Remember that all the old generation has died away, and now the new generation is ready to go in and claim the promised land. So now we are ready to read Numbers chapter 27. I am reading in the Amplified Bible. Then the 5 daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, from the tribes of Manasseh, who was the son of Joseph, approached with a request. These are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and all the congregation at the door of the tent of meeting, tabernacle, saying, Our father died in the wilderness. He was not among those who assembled together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but he died for his own sin, as did all those who rebelled at Kadesh. And he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be removed from his family because he had no son? Give to us a possession, land, among our father's brothers. So Moses brought their case before the Lord. Then the Lord said to Moses, The request of the daughters of Zelophehad is justified. You shall certainly give them a possession as an inheritance among their father's brothers, and you shall transfer their father's inheritance to them. Further, you shall say to the Israelites, If a man dies and has no son, you shall transfer his inheritance to his daughter. If a man has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If a man has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his nearest relative in his own family, and he shall take possession of it. It shall be a statute and ordinance to the Israelites, just as the Lord has commanded Moses. Then the Lord said to Moses, Go up to this mountain, Nebo, in the Abiram range, and look at the land I have given to the sons of Israel. When you have seen it, you too will be gathered to your people in death, just as Aaron your brother was gathered. Because in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of the congregation, you rebelled against my command to treat me as holy by following my instruction before their eyes at the water. These are the waters of Meribah in Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Then Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation, who will go out and come in before them, and will lead them out and bring them in, so that the congregation of the Lord will not be as sheep without a shepherd. The Lord said to Moses, Take Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him, and have him stand before Eleazar the priest, and before the whole congregation, and give him a commission in their sight. You shall put some of your authority and honor on him, so that all the congregation of the Israelites will obey him. He shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire before the Lord for him by the judgment decision of the Urim. At Joshua's command, the people shall go out, and at his command they shall come in, he and all the congregation of Israel with him. Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and had him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole congregation. And Moses laid his hands on Joshua and commissioned him, just as the Lord had commanded through Moses. So I want to mention there in verse 21, where it says, by the judgment or decision of the Urim. This is the two, they're like two stones or two rocks that the priest would use as casting lots when they were asking things of the Lord. And the Lord would give them the answer through those stones. And that's if the Lord did not speak to them through other ways. He would answer them through that so that they would know what decisions to make or what to do. And this was if they had any doubt about what to do. I mean, in your normal daily life, you should in general know what to do. But in making big decisions, they would inquire of the Lord. And they would ask, and they would basically cast these lots. And they would get an answer. And that's if, like I said, if God did not speak to them through the Spirit. Now, you notice here it did mention that Joshua is a man in whom is the Spirit. And remember, Joshua, he has been Moses, I guess, his assistant all this time for all these years. So Joshua has been learning from Moses all this time. Joshua is not just some random person that got grabbed out of the crowd. He was actually being taught and learning these things from God and from Moses and even Aaron. He was around all of them all this time for years, for decades. So it's not like he was just a random person chosen. He was chosen actually probably well before. And I think there may even be a verse that says something about that we've already previously read. But nonetheless, he has been Moses' assistant for years. And so he's kind of been groomed to take on this task whenever it was going to be necessary. So I just wanted to mention those two things because Joshua wasn't just randomly chosen. He had been being prepared and taught, and he had been learning these things and observing these things. He had been involved in all these things for decades. So you might remember he was also leading the army back during the earlier battles and things like that. So he's definitely been involved in the leadership of Israel this whole time. So I want to thank you for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day. May God bless you and keep you safe. And remember, God loves you.